My name is Nick, and I want to talk to you about Jesus and his disciples. Do you know what a disciple is? A disciple is a learner. Jesus prayed all night long, asking God who are going to be the people that learn with him. And he chose 12 guys to learn with him. They followed him around for 3 years. Would you like to meet them? I have an idea. Okay, hold on. I have stuff. And first, we have Jesus. I don't know if this is supposed to be hair or a helmet, but here's Jesus. Hello. Rise, take up your bed and walk. We have Peter. He was the one that Jesus said, "Your name is Simon, but I will call you Peter," which means rock. He walked on water with Jesus. There you go. He walked on water with Jesus one time. And so there's Peter. And then here's James. Hello. I don't think James was super old, but today he's got a beard. Hello, Jesus. James was a brother of, let's see, let me find a cool one here. Oh, here, this guy looks really cool. This is John. Peter, James, and John were like Jesus's homies. They hung out with him so much. And John was always trying to be close to Jesus, and he loved Jesus so much. And him and his brother James had like a really cool nickname. They were called the Sons of Thunder, like Thor or something. It was really cool. So Peter, James, John, and now let's see. Who's this guy? Let's see. Bartholomew. Yeah, Bartholomew. Now I don't know a whole lot about Bartholomew, but he is right here. He's one of the disciples. And then, we'll say this is Nathaniel. Nathaniel's cool because Jesus saw him talking to God under a tree, and that's how Nathaniel knew that Jesus was the Son of God. He's like, "Hey, wait a minute. You are who you say you are. How did you see me? There was no one around." Oh, man, okay. Okay, so we have Peter, James, John, Bartholomew. I'm not saying that right. And Nathaniel. So now we're going to have, we got a cool guy, Philip. Philip is awesome because in the book of Acts, he does super cool stuff. He has teleportation power in the book of Acts. It's pretty cool. This is James part 2. He's also a James. He's different from this James. All right, so Peter, James, John, Bartholomew, Nathaniel, Philip, James 2.0. Okay. Andrew! This will be Andrew. Andrew is Peter's brother. They're brothers and stuff. And I actually think that Andrew brought Peter to Jesus. I think that's how they first met. All right. Okay. Wait. We got to do this guy now. Hello. Oh! That could be Matthew. We'll make him Matthew. Matthew was a tax collector. People did not like him. Wait a minute. All right, and this right here, this guy is Simon. And the cool thing about Simon is that he was like a secret, soldier, kind of spy guy or something. And he wanted to do things that Matthew didn't want to do, and so they probably didn't like each other too much. But because of Jesus, they were able to hang out together. So here, Simon's going to be right here. He was called a zealot. That's what he was. And so, all right, now, okay, wait a minute. Here he comes. Who is he? Oh, I have to look and see. Oh, he's coming. What? Oh, Thomas! Yeah, Thomas. He's the one who, when Jesus died and rose again, Thomas was like, oh, I don't believe it's Jesus unless I could see his hands and the hole in his side. I won't believe it unless I see him. And Jesus shows up and he's like, hey, here I am, Thomas. So now you could believe. He's like, oh, looks like you showed me. Well, he didn't say it quite like that. He acknowledged. He was like, oh, excuse me. Sorry. He's like, oh, Calvary Kids. So when Jesus showed up, he's like, Peter, look, it's me. Now you could believe. And Thomas, stupid. And so, so one time Jesus showed up after. Thomas told everyone, I'm not going to believe that you saw Jesus unless I see him myself. I'm not going to believe. And so after Jesus rose from the dead again, he's like, hey, Thomas, I guess you could believe now because you could see me. Look, see my hands and stuff? And Thomas was like, oh, yeah. You got me, Jesus. I'm so sorry. And he bowed down before... Well, no. He bowed down. No. You got to keep it. It stays in. It stays in. No! When he saw Jesus himself, he bowed down and he's like, oh, my Lord and my God. He realized that Jesus was who he said he was, and that Jesus did raise from the dead. Because Thomas wasn't sure he could believe everyone else. Okay, Thomas, come back here. And so, we're missing the last one, Judas. So here comes Judas. It's me, Judas. And Judas was the one who actually ended up betraying Jesus. That means he turned his back on Jesus for money. So Judas is not a good guy. Oh no! Yeah, sorry, Judas. Oh, it's me, Judas.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out.
So Judas is also one of the disciples. And so Jesus got to spend 3 years with these guys. He would take them to villages and he'd preach the gospel. He would heal people. He would feed people. They would serve them. Jesus wanted to show all his friends that were with him what it meant to be like God and to serve people and to love them. So that when Jesus died and rose again, went up to be in heaven with God, the disciples, minus Judas, had a good example of how to be. And so just like the disciples, you can follow Jesus too. We have Jesus' example from the Bible. We read how Jesus treated people and how he loved them. We could be like Jesus too. All right, Calvary Kids, thank you for joining me as I tell you all about Jesus and his disciples. See you later.